Marlon, you made to work for your victory tonight, I guess, but I guess just tell us how happy were you with your performance?
I'm really happy with my performance. I'm coming off 2 losses, and I had a lot of pressure in my back. I was doing really well, then I failed, but I think those things are sometimes are good at some point in your life because to make you appreciate more what you had before. So I was coming to this fight like kind of angry. I was coming like thinking I need to win. I'm having another daughter soon. I used to get done with my daughter's surgery, so it was a lot of pressure and a lot of release at some point because I knew like now I just have to make money for just keep my family happy and do whatever I want. But my daughter's surgery was a big pressure on my back, and I think that is going to let me fight easier now because now it's not like I have to win because of that. Now it's win because of my family and because of myself and because of my team.
I mean, like you said there, being on 2 losses, but also short notice. Like, do you think twice about accepting this? Because let's be honest, 3 losses, you're probably not getting another fight.
Yeah, of course. I'm real about it. 3 losses in this game, you most likely are over. And to me, it don't make sense to go fight in the local shows because I live here in California. It's really expensive. So I was coming to this fight. It's kill or get killed. And to be honest, I put a lot into the line. I spent a lot of my camps. I hired a new wrestling coach. I'm working with Daryl Christian, which is TJ's coach too. I'm training a little bit with them. I'm still with Tinoyama. They make a beautiful job with me too. But I used to start looking forward, getting better, and just put more time on me. Just put time going one-on-one with this coach, going one-on-one with that other coach, and my management just called me one day and said, "Hey, you want to fight in 2 weeks?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, let's do it. I'm ready."
I mean, you've been going back and forth recently with Nathaniel Wood, unlike the British guy.
Yeah, I know.
Is that actually you? Is that your management? Are you
No,
really actually
my manager will never tell me call somebody out. He called me out because I beat Pickett, so he want to fight everybody who beat Pickett. I think I respect a lot of Pickett. After I beat him, I wasn't cocky, I wasn't angry, I wasn't saying anything stupid in the mic. I tried to give him his moment because he was retiring. But now this kid just come here and say, like, "Hey, I want to fight you because you beat my coach, my daddy, whatever." He's like, "You want to fight? Shut the fuck up and make the agreement." My manager is right there. He's down for a fight. My team is down for a fight. But I'm not a guy that I'm looking for some specific guy. I'm just trying to fight. Whoever is in front of me, I will go and fight. And I'm always down to fight. I'm not running away from nobody. If the fight's tough, I already fought Lineker. He's probably one of the scariest guys in the division. Whatever, he got 2 hands, 2 legs like me. It isn't what it is. It's a fight game.
What surgery did your daughter have?
My daughter born with something called Mobius syndrome. She cannot move the muscles in the head because when she born 2 nerves in the left or right side, I'm not really sure. My wife is the one that knows everything. They don't make the signals to move the muscles. So it was a really expensive surgery. It's basically more for looks and movement than for something like life or no. So they open up here, pull the muscles down, open up here, attach those muscles. So the muscles from here are making these ones work. And that take like 10 hours. It was a long surgery. And it was the thing I always was fighting for. I was fighting for the smile of my daughter. My other kid, Jose, he's smiling all the time. So for me, it was something like, I need to see my daughter smiling. I need to do this. And there was a lot of pressure going on because fighting is already a lot of pressure. You're scared, you're worried, you don't want to get hurt, you don't want to lose. And then half on top of that, I don't want my daughter to grow up and to be like, "Hey, you did enough to get it done." So now I know I did enough to get it done, and now it's all the way up. I want to fight with the top again. I want to get in the rankings soon, but one fight at a time.
When did that surgery actually happen?
That was a month ago.
Wow, so a lot of stress.
A lot of stress, dude. When my daughter getting surgery, we get to the clinic center like around 5 a.m. We was out by 8 p.m. And for the best of my luck, I want to commentate the UFC in Spanish that day, and the fights were in China. So I was like 5 a.m. The first fight was at 3 a.m. So it was a day around, but you gotta do what you gotta do for the family.
And everything went well?
Everything went well. You can see a little smile. I actually, if you guys can see, I will show a picture my wife sent me today of my daughter. The smile looks pretty good in this picture.
How old is she now?
She's 7, and that was another pressure because you cannot do the surgery when she's more older because it won't work. So I was with the time also clicking on myself. I don't know. I can find my wife, but I will do it. Oh, right here.
Is your daughter here in the arena?
My daughter's here. I will bring her later if you guys can see. She have a little smile right there.
Can you hold it just still for a second? Yes, hold it there. Yeah, thank you.
So.
And how was that to see her smile for the first
Dude,
time?
like at some point I wasn't trying to see at her because I was waiting till I see the actual smile. So I was trying to don't get excited at the beginning when you see a little, but when my wife told me this morning this, I was like, I'm going to war. Like I'm going to, somebody's going to bleed, somebody's going to go down. So I'm excited, dude. And I don't want to be like, you know, like those guys that today are trying to talk a little bit more when they win. I'm just wait and I will win again. But the only thing I know is I'm down to fight. I'm not worried about nobody in the division. If they see me the agreement, trust me, I will say yes and I will put in a show as always.
Marlon, you trained a little bit with TJ and Cub for this fight. What adjustments did you make, and what was it like training with those guys?
Well, train with them, it was something big for me. You know, spar with TJ, spar with Cub. Actually, me and Cub were sparring more because he was fighting Moicano, a tall, lanky guy, and I was fighting this guy that he does put a lot of pressure on me. So I was trying to move with them, and I feel I grew up a lot. They take me to deep waters, and it's just great. TJ was really nice to me, and my boy is about to knock the guy out. That's amazing. But it was great. It was a great experience. TJ put pressure on me. TJ gave me a lot of tips coming to this fight, and it just give me more confidence. You know, you're training with the world champion. You're training with the top of the featherweight division. So it's great, and I'm glad my wrestling coach linked us up so we can train together.
TJ said there was something with
Woo! Another win, baby. Another win.
Alex is one of your training partners.
Yeah, he's one of my training partner for Tino Yama.
Yep.
He get it done.
There was something TJ mentioned at media day. There was something in the workout room with Cody, and he was afraid there was a spy, and you were involved too. What was that situation?
My locker room, where my last name is, was in the same locker room of Garbrandt. You know? So I went to get a massage. So I see him training. So I was like, you know what? I will give my back to the training. So because I don't care. I'm focused on my fight. This is my fight week. Right. And then I just hear somebody saying like, hey, that boy cannot be here. So I don't pay attention. And then he says like, oh, he's training with TJ. Right. So when I turn around, I was like, hey, what's the problem? I'm not even looking at you. No, you cannot be here. And I was like, my name is in the locker room. You know, you have a problem with that? Like, I'm not trying to get into a fight. I'm fighting in 2 days later, and I'm getting paid. Right. And then there's a way to say things. He can be like, hey, bro, you know what? I'm fighting. You want somebody that train with you? Can you please go to the other locker room? Sure. I'm more than welcome. But somebody talk to me like this, like, what? How's your quality of human being to just talk like that? Like, who you think you are? And I would say one thing. He make Nectar to look bad because he's acting like a little bitch.
They kicked you out, and you ended up having to leave the room. Workout
I leave the room because I don't want drama. I'm fighting in 2 days. And what's the point who get tough, get into a fight, somebody get caught, you don't have a fight. Right. I'm fighting for money. I'm not fighting because this is cool. You get scared before this. Yeah. So, you know, there's talk to way. There's a way you can talk to people and you can get deals done, but you just don't come and talk to people like you're the boss, and you don't treat people like that.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, man.
I appreciate that.
Hey, what happened to the hair?
I know, bro. They come in a short notice. My mustache was small, so I was like, fuck, I gotta shave everything. But next fight, I'm having a fat mustache. Trust me.
Fight question.
Yeah.